Welcome to our deep dive on Social Security claiming strategies. Today we will examine the classic age 67 versus age 70 decision, and we will interpret what those choices mean for your lifetime income, risk, taxes, and family. We will also include clear diagrams, a side-by-side comparison, a worked example, and a practical checklist. Finally, we will test your knowledge with short quizzes and provide a concise summary and disclaimer. First, we will outline the core question behind Social Security timing. Next, we will explain why delaying past full retirement age can increase your benefit by roughly 8% per year up to age 70. Then, we will consider the investing early argument and whether market returns can beat the guaranteed increase. After that, we will address the three realities that often tip the scales toward delaying: risk versus guarantee, the longevity hedge, and tax strategy. Subsequently, we will walk through examples, diagrams, and a checklist. Finally, we will test your understanding with quick quizzes and wrap with key takeaways. To begin, the core question is whether you should claim benefits at your full retirement age, commonly 67, or wait until age 70 to lock in a higher, inflation-adjusted payment. On one side, claiming early provides cash flow that could be invested. On the other side, delaying to age 70 increases the guaranteed monthly benefit through delayed retirement credits and maintains inflation adjustments. Ultimately, the decision balances market risk against the certainty of lifetime, inflation-protected income. Next, let us quantify the advantage of delaying. After your full retirement age, each year you delay up to age 70 adds about 8% to your benefit, and this higher benefit remains for life. These payments also adjust for inflation via cost of living adjustments, preserving purchasing power. When comparing claiming at 67 versus 70 without investing the earlier cash, the cumulative break-even age tends to be around 82.5. In other words, if you live past that age, delaying often results in a higher total payout. Additionally, the higher benefit functions as a guaranteed baseline of retirement income, similar to a bond, and it lasts for as long as you live. Now consider the investing early perspective. If you claim at 67 and invest those payments, higher real returns shift the break-even age later. For example, modeling shows that achieving around 4% real return could push the age at which delaying becomes superior to approximately 90. Similarly, assuming 6% real returns can push the break-even beyond 97. However, these assumptions require persistent, inflation-beating returns without guarantees, which introduces market, sequence, and behavioral risks that differ from the certainty provided by delayed Social Security. Meanwhile, comparing strategies side by side can clarify trade-offs. Claiming at 67 gives earlier cash flow and the opportunity to invest, but it locks in a lower guaranteed benefit and leaves more longevity risk unless markets outperform significantly. Conversely, delaying to 70 provides a higher, inflation-adjusted guarantee, maximizes survivor benefits for married couples, and reduces reliance on portfolio withdrawals. This often proves favorable for those in good health, with the financial capacity to bridge the gap. To illustrate, assume a full retirement age baseline of $2,000 per month at age 67. If you claim at 67, you receive $2,000 per month. If you delay to 70, applying roughly 8% per year for 3 years, the benefit is about $2,520 per month, or roughly 26% higher. On an annual basis, that is $30,240 compared to $24,000. Without investing the earlier cash, cumulative break-even typically occurs near age 82.5. If, however, you claim at 67 and earn a real return of approximately 4% on those payments, the break-even shifts closer to age 90. At 6% real, it can extend beyond age 97. Furthermore, three realities often tilt toward delaying. First, the guarantee. Social Security is lifetime and inflation indexed, which is difficult for investments to match without risk. Second, longevity. Higher benefits protect the household if one spouse lives very long, because the larger benefit typically continues for the survivor. Third, taxes. By engineering when to claim and when to realize income, some retirees create windows for Roth conversions at lower brackets before required minimum distributions begin. These factors may outweigh the theoretical upside of investing early benefits at uncertain real returns. Now, this decision flow starts by assessing health, marital status, and near-term cash needs. If married, the path highlights the survivor benefit and suggests delaying to 70 is often beneficial when both spouses are in good health. If single, The next question is health. If health is good, we ask whether you can fund living expenses until age 70 using savings or part-time work. If yes, delaying is likely optimal. If not, consider bridging strategies or a hybrid approach and reassess taxes. If health is poor, early claiming can be reasonable. The diagram also reminds viewers to consider the tax planning window for Roth conversions prior to required minimum distributions, and to evaluate risk tolerance of their investment portfolio. Next, translate strategy into action. First, estimate your benefit at full retirement age and the higher benefit at age 70. Second, consider longevity using personal health and family history. Third, evaluate how to fund living expenses if you delay, using cash reserves, bonds, or part-time work. Fourth, run tax scenarios to see whether Roth conversions before required minimum distributions could reduce lifetime taxes. Fifth, stress test investments for sequence risk and inflation. Sixth, if married, carefully model survivor benefit outcomes. Seventh, decide and document your intended claiming age, tax moves, and withdrawal plan. Finally, revisit the plan annually to adapt to health, markets, and tax changes. Now here is a quick question. True or false? The 8% annual increase from delaying Social Security after full retirement age is both guaranteed and inflation adjusted. The options are A, true, or B, false. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is A, true. The delayed retirement credit is guaranteed up to age 70, and benefits receive cost of living adjustments to reflect inflation. Next, another question. At an assumed real return of approximately 4% on invested early benefits, around what age might delaying until 70 start to come out ahead? The options are A, around 75, B, around 82.5, C, around 90, and D, around 97. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is C, around 90. With approximately 4% real returns on invested early benefits, models often push the break-even age close to 90, compared to the simple non-investing break-even of about 82.5. Additionally, tax planning can materially affect lifetime outcomes. Delaying Social Security sometimes creates lower income years when you can perform Roth conversions at favorable tax brackets before required minimum distributions begin. Reducing future required distributions can also reduce Medicare premium surcharges and overall tax drag. By coordinating the timing of claiming, portfolio withdrawals, and conversions, many retirees increase their net after-tax income over the long run. Here we present a mind map of the major decision factors. Starting from the Social Security claiming decision, we branch to health and longevity, marital and survivor benefits, cash flow bridging, market risk and expected return, taxes and required minimum distributions, and personal preferences such as peace of mind or desire for guaranteed incomes. Each branch emphasizes concrete inputs like life expectancy, family medical history, risk tolerance, the feasibility of bridging to age 70, and the impact of tax planning windows. To recap, delaying to age 70 increases benefits by roughly 8% per year and supports higher lifetime inflation-adjusted income. Investing early can work only if you consistently achieve real returns that overcome the guarantee, which is uncertain. For married couples in good health, delaying often maximizes survivor security. Tax windows for Roth conversions before required minimum distributions can further favor delaying. Above all, the decision should be personalized based on health, cash needs, risk tolerance, and taxes. In summary, if you are married, healthy, and can afford to bridge expenses until age 70, delaying is often the optimal choice due to higher, guaranteed, inflation-adjusted income and stronger survivor benefits. If you are single or have significant health concerns, claiming earlier can be sensible. Always integrate taxes, risk, and longevity into your decision process. Finally, a brief disclaimer. This video is educational and does not constitute financial, tax, or legal advice. Your situation is unique, and you should consult a qualified professional before making decisions about Social Security, investments, or taxes. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you clarify your Social Security strategy, please like, share, and subscribe. Then, tell us in the comments how you are thinking about the 67 versus 70 decision and what questions you still have. We appreciate your feedback and look forward to your insights.